Welcome Whisky Aficionados, I'm Trevor. This is review number 39. Stronachie, a bottling by A.D. Rattray, who have been around for, since 1868 I believe. A very, very well respected whiskey trader, independent bottler. Obviously has an incredible relationship with some of the distilleries up there. This one, Stronachie, basically bottled at 43%. It's a replica whiskey of a very, very old brand. In fact, A.D. Rattray bought a bottle at auction to make sure that they could get a very authentic tasting whiskey to bring back to life and bottle. And you know, usually with independent bottlers we don't know who the distiller is. For example, in the Isle of Cask that A.D. Rattray are also responsible for, we don't know exactly where the spirit comes from. In this case we do. It's a little distillery, Speyside distillery, Ben Rhines, and obviously for whatever reason A.D. Rattray has the brand and do an exceptional job in the marketing. It's beautifully packaged, very, very nice indeed, all the way around. We've got a nice backstory. Everything about it is pretty classy actually. This is the 10-year-old, and they also have, I believe, a 12 and an 18-year-old. But I know that there's not a tremendous amount in the difference between the 10 and the 12. So on the colour, it's a pale amber, nice amber colour, and that's due to probably no tampering with the colour. I would suspect there's no E150 in here. It's unchill filtered, and yeah, see what it's like. On the nose. On the nose, there's lots of fruit. There's honey, but there's it's like a ripe pineapple smell that comes through, and there's something else. There's something else that comes through in the nose, and I've had some of this earlier, and I'm having it again, obviously, with the review. But there's something else in here, and I can't pick it. I just cannot tell you what it is, but it is distinctive and it does remind me of something. I just can't tell you what it is. But I've definitely got the high fruity, the pineapple, the honey. There's a sweetness on the taste. So on the taste, initially we've got quite a there is a spicy feel coming through. It's fresh, it's sweet, honey sweet. There's a very, very light smoke, but you do have to search for it. It's not that obvious. Yeah, it's a pepper spice, probably a white pepper spice, with the sweetness coming through, the honey. Yeah, there's a very light sort of smokiness to it, but very, very light. And on the finish, it does linger. The spice sort of dissipates away, and you're left with honey. But at the very, very end, there's a very slight dryness on the palate. So I would think for this, it's a very, very good drop indeed. Slightly one of the better ones that I've tasted recently. So we're going to give this one a very nice 85 out of 100, which is a good mark. I'd like to say thank you to Bart Burgers, the whiskey shop. That's the whiskyshop.co.nz. Elliott Stables, between 500 and 1,000 bottles in stock. Go in and see them, have a dram, have a look around. They do specialise in a lot of the independent bottlers coming up Scotland, and of course they keep Kiwi whiskey, Australian whiskey, Indian whiskey, so on and so forth. So thank you, Bart from the Whisky Shop. He's let me have just enough for a couple of samples, so very much appreciate it indeed. Now, The next review is going to be review 40, so that's a mini malt milestone, and we're going to look at a Jim Beam product, and it's called the Devil's Cut. 90 proof, so it's 45%, and Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's the second bourbon that I've reviewed. In the meantime, be safe, drink safe, quality over quantity every time. Cheers guys, see you next time.